Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Mark here. I'm at Road Atlanta for the historic racing event here. This morning I'm going to take you through the Paddock area and show you some prototypes, some other race cars, all sorts of classic vehicles here. Not exactly sure what this is, but it sure sounds fantastic. Looking at that engine stack there, just absolutely amazing. What a beauty. And here's a more current Porsche 911 GT4. As I walk around here, we're going to have another one as well. Now that is a very old 911 Carrera Classic. Now they got the engine running on this one too. Doesn't quite sound like the prototype over there, but boy, it does sound good. There you can see the prototype over there in the corner we just saw. Now here is a really cool open cockpit prototype. This one that competed in the Caddilac North America Endurance Cup some time ago. I'm sure you recognize that. There's a Lola. That looks like a Ford GT we're going to take a look at in just a moment here, but there's a look at the Lola, and here's the cockpit of the prototype here. And there's a old Ford GT for you. Take a look at the tag there. Enzo who? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Really, really cool. From Skid Mark Racing, you have a BMW here. Nice old classic car. I'm not sure what this thing is, the number 66, but the driver's in there. He's getting ready to head on out here. All right. They do have practice coming up in just a moment. And then we'll be racing today. They were practicing here yesterday when nobody was allowed in, except the owners and the drivers. We got a whole row of Porsches here. And this is just the lower paddock. There's 150 cars here this weekend. For the Midi in April, I'm told there are like 300 cars here. Here's a Porsche 911 with that Porsche Intelligent Performance livery. I absolutely love it. And here's another Porsche. This is a GT4 competing in the IMSA WeatherTech series. Mobil 1 livery. You gotta love that. And then here's another BMW. And you can hear some of the cars behind me as they're heading out and I'm gonna head out that way. Or you can see the sun shining here. It's bright and early in the morning as I head down the Paddock. I'm sure going to show you what a gorgeous morning it is here in Atlanta. Now here are some cars I'm sure you guys are going to recognize. That's the Ranch Resort LMP3 with that Nismo engine. You can't miss that. That car is not that old. And here's one of the Corvette DTPs from back in the day. Ain't that cool? Now, I'm not exactly sure what this is here. I haven't even got a clue. Look at that massive diffuser on it, the exhaust, the big old radiators. There's the back of it. Good morning.
Good morning.
What kind of car is this you got here? There you hear it. Here's another old BMW. You can see down there they're getting ready to haul one of the LMP3s out. Yes, they take this all very seriously. And there's an old Porsche. I believe that's a 914 if I remember correctly. And here's another one of the open top prototypes. See how tight that cabin is? You can see the driver in there.
Oh, there they are. Are we able to come up a little? Oh, yeah.
Very cool. I can't wait till they start these things up. You can see there are some cars they haven't even taken the covers off of yet. That being one there. I'm dying to see what that is. They're like bug eye sprites here. You've got all sorts of cool things. As I walk here, and you can see that LMP, that green Ligier that I was talking about, and here you see that number 86 car. And there's a number 37, another one of the prototypes. I believe that's a Ligier as well. Could be a Duquesne. I think it's a Ligier. And then Harvick's old NASCAR cars, yes. They do have NASCAR cars here as well. They have their own race among themselves. Jimmy John car. Now, in 21 years of following NASCAR, this is the closest I've ever come to looking. Hey, good morning. How are you? Good morning, sir. Looking at one and touching one, and there's what a cockpit looks like, because I couldn't tell you what one ever looked like prior to now. I never get this close. Very cool. Now, I am dying to see what this is. Look at that massive diffuser under the cover of that thing. Holy shit. Oops, excuse my French. Not supposed to say that on YouTube. It's Brothers NASCAR car, the Motorcraft car. I recognize that because God knows I've seen it race enough over the years. And we have some more NASCAR cars here. There's the Dale Earnhardt Jr., but no, that's a Charger. Junior never drove a Charger. Well, it's got the Budweiser livery. Why don't I? Casey Kane. Yep. My bad. I never realized he had the number 9 car, which makes sense. That was never his car. Oh, the Wonder car, number 26. One of the Chevrolet Monte Carlos. They raced back in the day. Take you into the cockpit of these cars too. And there's what that car looks like. Ricky Bobby. There's one with a rookie stripe on the back. Oh, actually two. Is that Greg Biffle's number 16 3M with a rookie stripe on it? I do believe. Good morning, gentlemen.
Got everything. She's got it there. Well, I'm in no hurry.
Here's a Ford. This might be a Thunderbird, I'm thinking. Number 15, Ricky Rudd car. Yep. As you see, I don't know when these cars are going to be going out, but they do sound great, believe you me. Isn't that cool? Now, this one on the cover, this is a NASCAR car. I can tell that. You can see the spoiler on the back of it. And we've got a Porsche under the cover here. We're coming up another one of the LMP3s. I saw a United Motorsports one here as well. You can always tell the LMP3s by the Nismo engine. You see that right there? These are truck engines that they have in these things. The LMP2s have Gibson engines. And there's a look at the cockpit. You can see the drivers on the other side. These are right-hand drive cars. The exhaust you can see comes out the side. They're still decaling it. Now here's the United Autosports car I was telling you about. LMP3, you can see there. And there's a Porsche 06 car. When I see KTM Racing, I think KTM Expo, and I wouldn't be that lucky. I don't think we're going to have an Expo here. And it's not. But it is, looks like a Porsche of some sorts. And there we have it, Porsche 911. Yes, indeed. Now, I was at the Porsche Experience Center yesterday, and that logo they have on the Porsches, they are produced in 4 stages between shaping it, embossing it, you know, finishing it, and they're bulletproof. They'll last longer than the Porsche ever will. Well, guys, here's a real treat. A Cadillac. Check that out. This is no LMP3. This is the number 2 car not too long ago. See, they've got it lit up. I cannot wait to listen and hear this. God, I miss these cars. Unbelievable. Very, very cool. I'd really love to see a Porsche 911 RSR, but that ain't going to happen. Here's a Corvette, guys. Look at this one. Holy jeez. I got to watch my language again. Ain't that neat? This is a road car made a race car, and you can hear the cars out on the track right now. Damn it, I'm missing something. Oh, doggone, that's cool. The cars that you hear are some of the Porsches out on the track right now. I just saw them go by. Here you're going to see a whole bunch of different era Porsches. This one over here on the right has the old scrambled egg headlights. Remember, they hated that. There's the Porsche with the pop-up headlights. I don't know if that's a 944. I'm sure some of you would know your Porsches better than I. I'm just going to take you through these one by one, much as I did the other day. There's an old one, front engine. And here's an open cockpit prototype, a whole bunch of them here. Let you listen to that engine running. Sounds amazing. Now I'm standing right by the exhaust. I can feel it. I can feel it. There's a interesting looking one. You see another one in the background there too. Got 4 of them here. This thing sounds amazing. I've got to be careful around these running cars. I have a lit cigar in my right hand here. This one looks like they're going to be doing some work on it. Ain't that grand, guys, huh? That sound cool or what? You can see the steering column, and you can see the display. That's a bit more modern than many of these out here. Here's another LMP3. Yeah, this one being Ligier. Now they let us spectators in here last night at around 5 o'clock. These guys had already been here for a day. When I got here, most of these cars were already wrapped up. They'd been practicing all day. There's a flex box. John Bennett, Cullen Brown. Wow. Very, very cool. Take a look at that power plant on this thing, and cool look into the cockpit of it. I did have the opportunity to hoist myself into an LMP3 last night. One of the drivers let me do that. It wasn't easy getting in. It was even harder getting out. But I can tell you, you sit so tight in that cockpit, it's amazing. There is no wiggle room. They even have guides for your feet inside of it so that your feet don't bounce around in the cockpit. And I could barely reach the clutch, the gas and the brakes. Got to be a little bit taller than me to get in those things. Here you can see a bunch of the cars lining up. They are getting ready to start. I do see a prototype out there, a bunch of open cockpit prototypes, some old BMWs. And it looks like They will be starting here shortly. There's a long line of them here. There you can see some of the, a little closer up here, I'm up against the fence. This is pit road right in front of me that you see. These must be short races because there's virtually no pit crews out here. If they have a problem, I guess they take it back in the paddock. The whale-tailed horse getting ready to head on out. And I see the man with two fingers up, 2 minutes to start. 2 minutes. See him giving all those guys a finger out there, and looks like this car will be starting from, I guess, the pit road. It's a much more modern Porsche 911. Looks like that was one of those Carrera Cup cars. Here's another open cockpit prototype. Morning! How are you? There's a cool look at the engine, guys. I'll even show you the cockpit there. See how tiny the cockpit is. Not much room to squeeze in there. Now they have just headed out. They are racing. Here's another Ligier LMP3. Now guys, here's a Corvette. This is a C5. I saw this car here last night. And there's what the interior of that car looks like. Oh, that Corvette LS engine. God, I know that. Hi, how are you?
All right.
I'm a C7 owner myself, so Corvettes I know. In fact, I drove my Corvette down here. It is sitting in the Corvette Corral, which doesn't exist. The parking space exists, but GM is not here to man it this weekend because it's not an IMSA event. Now here's a Porsche. See, they've got it up on blocks and air jack. I'm going to show you some of the racing action here in just a minute. I'm going to head over to turn 1. Guys, I'm standing here in turn 1, and you're going to see some of the cars behind me. I'm going to be heading up the hill here, what we call Spectator Hill. I hear them coming, and I can hear a Porsche coming. There's one of the open type prototypes. You'll see them fly by as they head up the hill here. Mustang. They got all sorts of types of cars out here today. Now you can see them coming around into turn 1. There they go behind me. And I'll tell you, my God, they're flying. Porsche quite a bit slower than those prototypes were. No stuff there. There goes the Porsche GT. Wow. I'm going to go enjoy the racing. That's it for this tour. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.